Yo, what's going on, boys? In this video I'm going to be showing you how you can get your fighting skills up to a professional level so you can start dropping those high kill games in tournaments. If you do enjoy the video, make sure to subscribe to my channel, help me on that daily upload grind, and use my creator code in the item shop. Alright, let's get into it. So firstly, we've got to think about what all the top level fighters have in common. So they all have perfect aim, incredible piece control, but most importantly they can all track and predict their opponents, read them like a book basically. Let's start on the mechanical side of things. This is arguably the least tedious and easiest to improve side of fighting. If you don't have decent mechanics, you have to make sure that in your warm-up routine you're doing things that will improve your mechanics. Just make sure that in your warm-up routine you're doing one thing that will improve your aim, let's say headshot deathmatch or scavox, and then also making sure that you're doing one other thing to improve your mechanics, let's say an edit course or a piece control map. And as long as you stick to this routine or warm-up, your mechanics have to improve. There's no way that they can't improve. Just gotta make sure that you're always trying to find ways to challenge yourself. You can't be running through these edit courses with your eyes closed. You've got to be at least challenging yourself a little bit during your warm-up so you're improving as you're warming up. And that also means that if you get to a point where you're running through these harder edit courses and these piece control maps really easily with your eyes closed, just stop doing them. You don't need to do them anymore. Now it's time to focus on your fighting sense, predicting players and tracking players. Now this is the section of fighting that a lot of you don't really know about or know how to improve. This is why you lot in arena and 1v1s have really good mechanics, but you're just not winning the fights. And you're wondering, bro, I have sick mechanics, why am I losing these fights? It's because of the fighting sense aspect of fighting that you don't even know about. Think about it like endgame. Let's say you know how to move, you know how to build, you know how to tarp, you just don't know which direction to tarp and you don't know how to find dead side and things like that. It's the same as fighting. You know how to do these piece control moves, you know how to do these edit moves, however you don't know when and how to do them in order to win the fights consistently. So this is what you lot that are really good mechanically need to start improving on, your fighting sense. You need to start becoming smarter and more consistent fighters. This is the aspect of fighting that I'm going to be going a bit more in depth in this video. So if you want to improve your mechanics, I have a bunch of different videos on how to do so. But this video is going to be more on improving the fighting sense aspect of it. So the best way to consistently win fights is by having more experience fighting than the player that you're versing against. Experience fighting good or decent players, that is, not your friend Timmy from primary school. Let's take Clix for example. He used to grind out 1v1 build fights, he used to grind out 1v1 box fights all day. Now he has the most fighting sense in the game arguably. There is not a peak or angle you can do on Clix that he hasn't seen 1,000 times before and hasn't countered 1,000 times before. Take Veno FN for example. He's just started gaining popularity, he's been popping off for a while now. Veno said in an interview that he used to play 600 1v1s a day during the World Cup days. This is why he has the best fighting sense in the game now. Vadeal, solo FNCS, he used to play 8 hours a day, solo arena. He used to watch back his fights, see why he died, see how he died. This is why he has the best fighting sense in the game now. Look at these players in NA East that just grind zonals all day long and now starting to pop off in tournaments. You need to be 1v1ing against better players, you need to be playing a lot of arena, you need to be watching back your deaths. This is how you can improve your fighting sense. It's very simple, but it's not easy. While you're 1v1ing players, you need to be focusing on what you need to improve on. Let's say if your piece control isn't the best, you need to be focusing on predicting the player's movements in order to piece control him. And let's say you don't know what to improve on. You need to be playing arena, watching back your deaths, seeing why you're dying. Then you can improve that in 1v1s in creative and more arena. This is why I keep saying to you boys, once you've got your mechanics to a decent level where you can basically do anything that you want to do in game and in creative, you need to stop doing these piece control maps, stop doing these edit courses, go straight into 1v1s and arena, just grind those out all day, just become an insane fighter basically. This is the stage that I'm at basically, where I need to full focus on improving my fighting sense and experience, so when I go against really good players I have a lot of experience under my belt and I can basically just predict them and know exactly what to do in certain situations. But it really depends on what type of player you want to be. If you want to be an insanely smart endgame fragger, you need to be grinding scrims and grinding war legend tournaments like Tayson did. Tayson grinded 1v1s 20% of his day, game sense 80% of his day. That's how he got so good, and that's why we see him so consistent in these solo endgames, because he knows exactly what to do and when to do it. And he just let his mechanics improve over time without really thinking about it. However, for us players who are sort of lagging behind and need a boost to improve fighting, we can't really just let our fighting improve working on game sense, because everyone else is improving fighting and everyone else's fighting is way above some of ours. We need to do things to catch up to these pros, to catch up to these really great fighters. We need to start full grinding our fighting and maybe take the Reza, Noahreyli and Vadeal route instead of the Tayson route, which might take a lot longer, however is more rewarding in the end. Let's recap. If your mechanics are at a level where you can't really do the things that you want to be doing purely because you haven't got the mechanical skill to do so, your warm-up routine, you want to be doing something that will improve your mechanics, it will improve your aim every single day. For a period of time, some people it's 2 months, some people it's 5 months, mechanics will be insane. You've got your mechanics to that really decent level, completely quit doing all of those piece control maps, all of those edit maps. You might want to still do those aim maps though, because your aim can always improve, you can always improve aim. Completely forget about improving your mechanics and fully focus on improving fighting sense, getting more experience and making sure that when you're in those stressful fights that you're not shaking and you can clutch up every single time. To 1v1 a whole load of different players, making sure that you're learning different play styles, learning how to counter different play styles, how to predict different players. And then transfer this into arena, do the exact same in arena, learn how to play against different players, how to counter different players, and make sure that you're focusing on the things that you're not really as good at. Let's say you're not good at piece control, focus on piece controlling your opponent. Let's say you're not good at predicting what they're going to do next, focus on predicting what they're going to do next. And after a long period of time, your fighting sense will be incredible, you'll be able to predict every single player. So you can start dropping those high kill games in tournaments, and now you have everything down other than game sense, which is a whole nother thing that you need to improve on. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I make videos like this every single day, maybe I'll have one on game sense soon. Alright, peace.